It is time for morning announcements. I am Addison Brisley with the information that is important for you. Today is Thursday, November 3rd, 2016. Today puts us one step closer to the end of the week. We here at KJWI Studios would like to thank you all for your hard work inside and outside of the classroom. Before we get ahead of ourselves, we would like to encourage all of you to keep bringing the canned food as well as boxed food. We are looking a little low and our construction event is Monday. Keep bringing what you can. Here's today's lunch menu. Barbecue ribette sandwich and baked beans. Student reporters, we need your help with the news. We need stories to keep this well-oiled machine running. If you have an idea, let Mr. Sharbuck know as soon as possible. We will help you with your idea. Election day is right around the corner. Next Tuesday is not only the national election, but also the school election. We hope you are all ready to lock down the man or woman who will lead our country for the next few years. Before you go, here are two of the men who have led the country in the past.
George W. Bush planned on one kind of presidency, but the threat of global terrorism ended up defining his 2 terms in office. Bush, the son of the 41st president, was the governor of Texas. He lost the popular vote to Al Gore in the 2000 election, but won the electoral vote 271 to 266 after a controversial Supreme Court decision allowed him to win Florida's electoral votes. Bush called himself a compassionate conservative, someone who wanted a smaller government, but also cared about the plight of the less fortunate. He quickly won a major tax cut and supported an overhaul of federal education law. Things changed dramatically when terrorists attacked on September 11, 2001. Bush led the country to war in Afghanistan, where many terrorist leaders were hiding. In 2003, he launched a war on Iraq to overthrow a dictator with possible ties to terrorists. He established an aggressive system for the executive branch to deal with terrorism through the Patriot Act. The country rallied behind him at first, but over time, more and more people questioned the war with Iraq. He was also hurt by 2 disasters: the government's lackluster response to Hurricane Katrina in 2005 and a collapse of financial markets in 2008. But today, many believe history will judge him much more in the future. Barack Obama's presidency was historic the day he was sworn in. He was the first black president of a nation that once enslaved blacks. Obama's presidency was also politically historic. 2008 saw both branches of Congress in Democratic control, with a supermajority in the Senate. So Obama had a lot of latitude to deal with some major problems: a financial crisis in the housing market that had dragged down the economy, and a post-9/11 legacy of wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. In his first term, he was able to pass healthcare reform, financial sector reform, and a huge expansion in domestic spending to stimulate the economy. Republicans took over the House of Representatives in the 2010 elections. Although he won re-election in 2012, he faced an uncooperative Congress. Divided government led to legislative gridlock and bitter partisanship. So the legacy of the Obama presidency won't be known for years.
That is all for today. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.